Fam bam. What's good? What's good? What it do, man? What it do? Before I start, man, make sure, man, you go ahead and like the video, man. Go ahead and like this, man, because this right here, this some straight up high level boxing talk. And whoever that's watching this video, hey, you getting gems. So you coming in with that lame bullshit, you know what I'm saying? All that hating, nah, man, you can go on somewhere with that. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't trying to hear that on here. You know what I'm talking about? But the reason why Terence is going to do it is because Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He's special because he possesses several key things that most fighters don't possess. Yes, it's not all about power. Everybody wants to see a knockout. That's all everybody keeps saying is getting knocked out. They act like Canelo Alvarez has 62 wins and 62 knockouts. He don't knock everybody out. So why do everybody think that, oh, he gonna get knocked out? Power is important, but precision and timing is probably better than power. But as I was saying, in the short, this is control. And before I talk about the fight, I'm going to talk a little bit about Oleksandr Usyk. The reason why he's so tough in the heavyweight ranks is because he's a small fighter. Compared to the people he's fighting, he's coming up from a cruiserweight. He only weighs about 225. That's not huge. B.O.G was like 245, and he's built like a robot. Joshua, those guys are like 6. They're huge, and they got power, but they can't fuck with Usyk. They can't, because Usyk controls distance, and the only way you can control distance is you can't be a fighter that's predicated on hunting the whole fight. So if you're moving forward, constantly pressing, then you're not controlling distance. You're trying to break the distance. So if you fight a fighter that can move or knows how to, create angles and got a good jab, because we know that Terence Crawford's jab is, it may be one of the best jabs there is out there. It's a power jab because he's really right-handed, and when he fights left-handed and he starts tapping people with that jab, that shit hurt. It ain't like a regular jab. You know what I'm saying? Ask Errol Spence. He dropped Earl with a jab. With a jab. Because he's a tricky fighter. He's stronger on his weak side, even though, you know what I'm saying, it's looking like he not. He's a switch hitter. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. Another thing is that his reach is 74 inches. So in order to control distance, you got to have good footwork for one. You got to be able to move left to right, in and out, knowing how to get in, knowing how to get out. He do all that well. You know what I'm saying? And then with controlling the distance, you minimize the opponent from getting his best shot in. Now let's go back to the Oleksandr Usyk fight against B.O.G. B.O.G only hit him one time in 2 fights, and that's when he hit him in the stomach. Good stomach shot. They tried to say it was low, but it was a good shot, and he dropped him. But that was the only time he was ever able to land his best shot. He landed some, but to land his best shot, he couldn't get the right distance, because Usyk is kind of like Terence Crawford is in this fight to Canelo. And I know Terence watched Usyk because he was a smaller fighter, but he still was able to control distance and control the pace of the fight, and you minimize the other bigger fighters' strength because he's coming forward and he's mistiming his shots. I see that happening against Canelo. I see that happening, but it's crucial, to be able to do that. Every fighter can't do that. Shakur Stevenson. That's why people don't like fighting him, because he frustrates you. Because he controls distance. He can move. He got great footwork. You know what I'm saying? He gets in and out, and then he out before you can react. That's what this shit is all about, man. It's not about just knocking people out, man. It's about possessing all the skills that it takes to be great. Floyd Mayweather, control distance. Control distance. The greatest fight, Muhammad Ali. Do I need to keep going? They control distance. You know, so this fight is going to come down to, yes, Canelo Alvarez, we know that he's powerful. We know that if he hits you, we know that if he catch you, he can hurt you. We know that, man. And I respect the shit out of Canelo. It's no disrespect to Canelo, you know what I'm saying? But Canelo is a push forward fighter. He's coming forward. He's coming forward. He's not trying to control distance. He don't take it that far. So that's why Terence Crawford is a next level fighter. He's on another level. That's why when you hear him and Shakur, they be like, they on another level, because it's mental. You know what I'm saying? They finna come with a whole different game plan that's gonna negate the strength of their opponent. So if I can take away your strength, that's gonna frustrate you, because you're not gonna be able to execute what you want to do. And then I'm gonna be countering you, because I'm gonna be catching you in uncompromised positions. And we get to the 8th, 9th, 10th round, and you haven't been able to do what you normally do, and I keep doing, you know, what I want to do, you can get stopped. So while everybody's saying Crawford gonna get knocked out, if the fight goes like it's supposed to go, meaning that anytime you see a fighter that knows how to control distance, they usually control how the fight goes. And if that happens, Canelo could get stopped. Could. I'm not betting on it, but I mean, Crawford got 31 knockouts, don't he, in 41 fights. And at one point he had 10 straight knockouts. So let's not act like he, you know, look at what he did to Errol Spence. I'm not comparing Spence to Canelo, but Spence was like holding it down for a long minute, for a nice little minute. I mean, he wasn't no slouch. And he was a bigger, more powerful fighter than everybody was saying. But Spence didn't even get a chance to even get his best shot off. Why? Because Crawford controlled the distance and countered the shit out of him. That's why the fight looked like that. And it wasn't because he was so much stronger than Errol. It's because he was smart. His game plan was on another level. And it's no disrespect. That's why they say styles make fights. Styles make fights. So when you take a guy that's moving forward against a guy that can move laterally and is powerful too, that person that moves forward, if they can't land their shot, they're going to get frustrated. And when that happens, they can be stopped. So, you know, that's how I see it. I've been doing some real studying. I watched the fight with Canelo against Lara. I watched the fight against Mayweather. I watched the fight against B.O.G. I watched the fight against Triple G just recently. I watched Terence against Spence. You know, I watched Usyk against Joshua. I watched Usyk against Dubois. And I see the same common theme. It's footwork. I'm telling you, footwork wins. You gotta be able to move. And if you just take your emotions out of it and just go off of just that logic, Crawford is in a good spot. That's why he chose Canelo, because he liked the matchup stylistically. So there you have it, man. I gave you my take, and hopefully you learned a lesson here. If you ain't learned nothing, then you just hating, which I know I got them because I'm doing something good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we snatching the subscribers, man, because they feeling us, bro. You know what I'm saying? They respecting that real IQ that we talking. And like I told you, it's high level IQ, man. So go ahead and like the channel. Subscribe to this channel, bro, because you already see how we coming, man. You know what I'm talking about? My name is the Wine Boss, bro, and I'm out. Peace.